Ethan Cole had always believed that life was a series of second chances. He just didn't think he'd be giving one to a stranger in the middle of a storm. It was a gray Sunday morning in Clearwater Beach, Florida. The sea was restless, tossing white foam like wild horses, and Ethan, a 34-year-old single dad, was there with his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. They weren't supposed to be there that day. He was supposed to be at his second job, fixing roofs after the hurricane season, but Lily had begged him. "Daddy, please, just one beach day. You promised." He had smiled, unable to say no. "All right, 1 hour, kiddo. Then we grab ice cream." That promise would change his life. As Lily built sandcastles near the water, Ethan noticed commotion further down the beach. A scream cut through the wind, sharp, desperate. A woman's voice. He looked up and saw a figure struggling in the waves, arms flailing before disappearing beneath the whitecaps. Ethan didn't think, he moved. He tossed his phone aside, told Lily to stay put, and sprinted into the freezing surf. The ocean was angry, pushing him back, but he fought it, strong, steady strokes from years in the Navy before he became a father. When he reached her, she was limp, face pale, eyes barely open. He grabbed her and kicked hard toward the shore. Every second felt like a lifetime. When he finally dragged her onto the sand, a crowd had gathered, but no one stepped forward, just phones recording. Ethan ignored them. He tilted her chin, checked her pulse, and started CPR. After a few tense moments, she coughed, water spilling from her lips, and gasped for air. Ethan exhaled in relief. She was alive. At the hospital, they told him she'd be fine. Her name was Charlotte Waverly. He didn't know it yet, but she was one of the youngest billionaires in the country, CEO of Waverly Tech, a global clean energy company. To Ethan, she was just a woman who almost drowned. Before he could say much more, the nurse told him Charlotte wanted to see him. She looked fragile in the hospital bed, but her eyes, green, intense, studied him like she was trying to understand something deeper than gratitude. "You saved my life," she whispered. He shrugged, a little embarrassed. Anyone would have done the same. Her lips curved slightly. "No, not anyone. Most would have filmed it." He laughed awkwardly, said it was nothing, and left before she could thank him further. He wasn't looking for praise, he just wanted to get Lily home and warm. Days turned into weeks. Life went back to normal, or so he thought. Then one morning, a black car pulled up outside his small rental house. A woman in a crisp gray suit stepped out and handed him an envelope. Inside was a letter. It was from Charlotte. "Ethan, I don't remember much from that day, except your voice telling me to breathe. I've built companies, led thousands of people, but no one has ever looked at me without expecting something. You didn't even want a thank you. That's why I can't stop thinking about you. There's something I'd like to show you and your daughter. Please meet me. Curiosity 1. That afternoon, he and Lily arrived at a gated estate overlooking the ocean, the kind of place he'd only ever seen in magazines. Charlotte greeted them personally. Gone was the frail woman from the hospital, now she was radiant, poised, alive. She knelt to Lily's level first. "You must be the brave girl whose dad saved me," she said warmly. Lily giggled. "Daddy says heroes don't brag." Charlotte smiled, and something softened in her eyes. Over coffee and laughter, Ethan learned about her near-death experience. She admitted she'd been exhausted, drowning not just in the sea, but in life. Success had come at a cost, isolation, anxiety, the weight of expectations. "I thought about letting go," she said quietly. "But then you came out of nowhere. You reminded me what humanity looks like." Weeks turned into months. Friendship grew, gentle, unforced. Charlotte would stop by their little house sometimes, bringing books for Lily or dinner for the both of them. She offered to fund Ethan's dream, opening a local surf school for kids, something he'd always talked about but never had the means for. He refused at first. "I can't take your money." She smiled. "It's not charity. It's an investment, in the man who saved my life." The surf school became a success, not because of the funding, but because Ethan taught from the heart. He taught kids confidence, courage, and care for the sea. Charlotte often volunteered, trading her heels for sandals, her boardroom for the beach. Somewhere between the salt air and laughter, something unspoken grew between them, a quiet understanding, a bond built on something deeper than gratitude. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Lily ran ahead chasing waves, and Charlotte stood beside Ethan watching her. "Funny," she said softly. "You saved me that day. But maybe, you saved me in more ways than one." Ethan looked at her, really looked. Maybe we both needed saving. Their eyes met, and in that golden light, neither of them looked away. Months later, a news headline would call it, "The Billionaire's New Life, Love, Purpose, and the Man Who Rescued Her." But for Ethan and Charlotte, it wasn't about the headlines. It was about rediscovery, of kindness, of hope, of what it means to truly live again. Moral: sometimes, a single act of selflessness ripples far beyond the moment, reminding us that no heart is too broken to heal, no life too lost to be found again.